You've got your idea. Now you have to put a character in it. I'm Kim Purcell. I help kids just like you write stories. Let's get started. Go get your pen and paper. You get the fun of making up a person or a taco boy. You get to say what they like and what they don't like, what their opinions are about anchovies on pizza. You get to decide where your character's gonna live, what kind of weird things they do, what their family's like. But who will your character be? That's the tricky thing. Don't worry, I'll help you figure it out. Let's figure out a few main questions before we start drawing our character. First of all, what kind of character is it? Robot? Alien? Human? Write that down. Okay, give them a name. Also, give them an age. Somebody close to your age, preferably. One thing I suggest is make sure your character is near your age, not way older. And the reason is you haven't lived that yet, and it's really hard to picture what it's going to be like when you get there. Maybe aim for someone just 2 years older or younger than you. And that's true if they're a taco boy. They should be around your age in taco boy years. Maybe you're saying, but Miss Kim, my character is a pen. That's okay. Inanimate objects also can be a certain age. All right? Have fun with it. It's your world. So the big thing is, I know that you might be like, I want to do the cool teenager. It's great. Have those characters in your story. Just don't make them your main character. Now just write a tiny bit about them. Where do they live? What's their family like? What's their big problem in their life when the story begins? What kind of personality do they have? What's their sense of humor? Just write a little bit about the character. And then we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. We're going to draw them and do some other things. Pause me now and write that paragraph. So let's get started with a little bit of fun. Get a pen and paper, and you're going to start drawing your character. If they're a dog, draw a dog. If it's a boy, you draw a boy. And then you put the clothes on them. If they wear clothes, pencils, I don't know. I'm going to give the example of the accidental TikTok star girl. She didn't mean to go viral, but whoa, she was just doing silly little videos, and look at what she's done. Get whatever you like to draw this character. Remember though, we're not trying to be artists here. We're just really trying to figure out the character. You can do a stick figure. I'm going to do a stick figure. Draw your character's clothing and then maybe write a little bit next to each clothing item why they chose it or did they choose it. Is it their sister's hand-me-downs? In my case, my girl's really into thrifting. And so she goes in all the shops and is able to find just really good deals. Put your character's name at the top. She's actually pretty shy, but she's 16, and when she's on TikTok, she's able to be extreme and wild and crazy. Think about who they are. Look at their clothing and write about their clothing. Anything that they love, look at the kind of shoes they wear. Do that first. Pause me now and do that. Now look at your picture and decide, does your character do any sports? What kind of activities do they do? And then draw a line out from whatever body part they might use the most for that particular activity. If they draw, it's the fingers. If they do taekwondo, then the legs. Since so many stories have to do with fear, I want you to draw a line from their belly. You know how you have that kind of sick, nervous feeling when you're scared? Okay, your characters do too. So draw a line from the belly and write what they're really afraid of. You could do things like a fear of spiders or a fear of heights, or you could do kind of emotional fears, like they're afraid to make friends, or they're afraid that someone's going to reject them, or they're afraid that someone will make fun of their hair. I think it's a really good idea to put your fears into the character. For my TikTok star, her fear is that people will find out who she is and then they'll make fun of her. Also from the belly, write what they really want more than anything. What is their big dream? What is their big desire? Early on in your story, some big event happens, and then your character is going to have a big desire. So for Harry Potter, that is to become a wizard. For my TikTok star, her desire is to one day get on SNL. She's watched all the SNLs from the beginning of time. She loves the characters, and it's just her heart dream. Like, if she could be an actor like that, it would be so amazing. Like Kristen Wiig. Pause me now to do that. Okay, now draw a line from their heart. Who or what do they really love? Think about people in their family, because that will be important. Also from the heart, I want you to think of any heartbreak. That doesn't have to be love. It could just be something terrible that happened. Maybe somebody died, maybe their dog, maybe they had some awful thing happen to them, maybe their friends dumped them. Anything like that is really good for a story, because we know they kind of have an injury that they need to get over in the course of the story. And the truth is, we all get those things. That's what happens as part of life. Maybe those things have happened to you. And if so, I'm really sorry, because that's very hard. But listen, you can put it into your story. And one of the great things is that can be a really wonderful way to heal that part of you. Give it to your character and let them deal with it and let them grow. And then you'll grow too. Now draw a line from the neck and write what their secret is. You know how when you have a secret, it's like lodged right here? So same with your character. They just can't let it out. And secrets are great for stories. Pause me now to do that. Now, draw a line from the top of their head. What do they think about? What are their interests? What do they like to imagine? Write a whole bunch of things, because your story is going to be made up mostly of their thoughts and what they think about the world and their opinions about things. You really need to know them and how they think. It can't just be a series of actions and people talking. We get bored then. And if you look at any book, it's filled with thoughts and opinions and descriptions from the character's point of view. This is why you really need to know your character. Let's do a little bit more brainstorming. I want you to go from their mouth and write any kind of food they super love. Now let's go to the nose. What does an area of their house smell like? What is their mom cooking? What does their bedroom smell like? Go from the hearing. Draw a line out. What can they hear from their bedroom? Is there construction next door? Is there an annoying bird that is always squawking at their window? Maybe their cat is always scratching on their door. That happens in my house. Now draw a line from their eyes. If they're in their bedroom, what special objects do they see? Objects are a real way to show a lot about a character, and sometimes you can list the objects to give your reader an idea about who the character is. All right, so now you're going to think about your other characters. We need a whole cast of characters. Who are their friends? Who are their allies? After the big moment happens, are they going to meet new people? Now I want you to write a paragraph about each main friend or ally. Then I want you to write another paragraph about any family members. And finally, I want you to write a paragraph about the antagonist. After you've done that, then you can draw pictures of all of them and do everything we just did for the main character, but do it for your other characters. Make your characters different and your story will come alive. The plot will be easier to write. Next thing you're going to do is the setting and world building workshop. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.